Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay, my name is Alan Lee. I'm Technology Director for Terrell County Schools in Columbia, North Carolina. I work as a technology person for the district, and I also wear other hats because we have a small school district, so I'm in charge of making sure student information gets transmitted back and forth, and we have also a distance learning program, a wide variety of things. It's a small school district, so everybody has to do a lot of different things.
What's some of the equipment that you work with now?
Well, let's see. Every school has computer labs in it with multiple computers in every classroom. We have a lot of portable technology in the form of laptops. Students are doing a wide variety of things with the computers. In addition to computer hardware, we also have presentation hardware, interactive whiteboards like the one you see behind me, are in almost every classroom. We're doing our final installations of those this year so that every classroom will have an interactive whiteboard with a video projector mounted in it and DVD, VCR combination so that they can do presentations from all the classrooms from pre-K all the way up through 12th grade. We do distance learning in the form of online classes through the web, but we also have students who do face-to-face video conferencing classes with community college and university professors. We do some video between schools, so our kids use webcams and communicate with kids in other schools. We do some of that in our elementary school. There's a variety of technology in the form of video equipment. We do desktop video editing on the Apple platform. We've got a whole range of Apple hardware that we use for that. We're starting to explore podcasting, things like that. It's a wide variety of hardware and trying to find good ways to use it.
How has this new technology affected teaching and learning in the classrooms?
Well, it's a lot different than it used to be. The classroom was traditional up until the mid-1990s, and then we started seeing a lot of changes. That the teacher is in the front of the classroom delivering instruction. They're the source of all information. Everything comes from the teacher. All the directions come from the teacher. With the advent of the internet, kids had the ability to go directly to source information, original source information, and do research on their own. That was always there in the form of books, but it's become a lot more widely available. I think one of the biggest differences, though, has been that it's a high interest activity. You know, the kids put their hands on something, they're engaged in something that they have an affinity for. They're more a participant in their learning rather than just a receptacle. The teacher is no longer the source of all information. The student is given the tools to find out the information, the answers for themselves. So the teacher is more like a guide and it's giving them the challenges, but it's up to the students then to go out and seek out the knowledge. And things are changing so fast that you can give the kids answers to questions, but they may not be the right answers in a few years. So it's nice not necessarily just to learn a set of facts, is to learn a process for gathering facts. You need to find a way of learning new things because there's so many new things to learn.
What do you expect to happen next?
Well, in the classroom, the teachers are learning right along with the students. I expect that the teachers that we see coming into the profession in the next 5 years will be a lot more comfortable with the tools, having used them some in public schools when they were there and having received a lot more training in college than what teachers used to receive. So as the teachers that we have now, some of them leave the profession, some of them retire, and they'll be replaced with more tech-savvy people. And so the technology will be expected to be in use more. The teachers that are coming in expect it to be there, and the expectation that the students use it will be stronger because the teachers are so used to using it as well. As far as new tools for technology, I see distance learning for us anyway being a bigger area in the future, growing even more. we're planning to have more students taking distance learning courses because our faculty is so small. We have a very narrow range of courses that we can teach because of the limited number of people that we have on staff. So we look to the internet, to the universities and community colleges to help us expand our curriculum. So I see expanded course offerings, I see chances for students to interact with groups outside of this small community, so they get a chance to work with peers in other school districts and across the country and around the world. So that's an opportunity that's there right now, but it's not being taken full advantage of, and I expect that that'll continue to grow. As far as the hardware goes, you have to look into a crystal ball to see what the answer to that's going to be. I'm always surprised by the amount of hardware that comes into public schools. The kind of money that used to be spent on bricks and mortar projects are now spent in stuff that really only lasts 5 or 6 years and then it goes out the door. That's a huge investment. So there's always a question about whether or not that investment is worth all the time and effort. But when you look at the engagement by students in the classroom, you see that there's a lot more interest in taking control of their own learning. I think you're going to see that the investment was really well worth it.